Hey folks, I'm Captain Jimbo Keith,
And I'm Captain Jim Keith.
and welcome to another episode of Keith Boys Outdoors. So we got our regular fishing report pretty much this week. Not a whole lot of special stuff going on. It's a really good time of year to be on the water, don't you think?
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah,
Fish are biting.
that's right. Fish are biting. Yeah. So got all kind of stuff showing up right now. Lots of bait out on the flats.
And the weather's getting
nice.
good and
Yeah.
calming down a little bit,
Yeah.
with the
Although
storms
we
and
do
stuff.
have a hurricane coming,
Yeah.
it looks like this week.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, but other than that, it's
calm
been
before the storm,
yeah,
then I guess we can call it. But
yeah.
anyway.
It's actually been really nice the last couple weeks. So,
Yep.
yeah, fish been biting. Incoming tide's been real good for the redfish. You know, like once the tide gets in.
We've had some strong tides around
Yeah,
this
real
moon
strong tides.
phase here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very strong tides. You caught a couple mackerel inshore.
Yeah,
a couple really
caught
big
some
ones.
mackerel.
Yep.
Yeah, some mackerel coming in.
Yeah.
When that tide and that moon phase and this steep tide, man, it's bringing the bait in, and I just like the mullet out there. And
yeah, it's everything's
crazy. Bluefish and everything's coming in with that tide. I mean, it's a lot of action on the water just everywhere.
Everywhere. When it's calm, it's just action all over the
You
place.
see so much
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's low on these tides,
It
when
got
it
low.
drops, you can see the graph. When it drops down, everything's out of the water. All those flats, or the grass is showing in between Seahorse and North Key, all out there.
All that's just dry.
Only place to run is Dead Man's Channel.
Yeah.
This time, it's hard to believe as the tide comes in and it gets up 3 foot over those flats.
Everything just happens.
Everything happens. It's like the sun rising in the morning when you're sitting in a tree stand. And everything wakes up, all the birds. Same thing. Deal
it's
with
like flipping a switch.
Everything.
Schools
just
come
wakes
in
up.
there, like schools of reds and everything, push in there on them islands. It's really cool.
It's cool to see.
You might not see them every
there.
time, but you know they're coming.
Yeah.
I got on one school, actually saw them come up on, I thought it was bluefish striking with some customers, and we pulled over there, and the guy hooked some bluefish, and there was about 20 or 30 redfish behind the bluefish trying to get the bait, and we ended up getting 2 out of the school before all chaos broke loose, and we didn't get no more out of it. They kind of went away, but birds were diving in there, and the reds come up schooling.
Yeah.
It was really neat. But a couple good ones. They weren't oversized reds either. One of the ones we caught was 26 and a half, and the other one was a keeper, like a 19, 20-inch keeper.
Yeah.
But,
I haven't got on any big schools or big sizes. The size of school, size of fish. I'm trying to say.
Oversized.
But all been in the keeper size slots.
While he was gone in Georgia, up there planting, this Monday and Tuesday, there was some big fish around. A lot of oversized fish.
Yeah.
Caught 4 or 5 one day, and then 5 or 6 the next day, and then as that moon got full, and then it started coming off the backside of it, it got a little tougher. Unless you stayed late in the day, that later incoming was way better of a bite. So this week we'll have, I think tomorrow is at 7 a.m. high, so we'll have a high outgoing tide. Have a little better. Actually, that might be on Wednesday. I was looking at the tide. That might be Wednesday. But anyway, trying to plan around the hurricane, plan some fishing trips and get them done. But cut mullet still working good. Caught some on artificial as well. They had the Florida Redfish Series this past weekend. A lot of guys fishing that. A lot of boats moving around. It was out of Steenhatchee, but there's several guys running down our way fishing. It was championship. I don't know the guys that won it. A few of the guys that I know they came in the money, but didn't win. But anyway, bow season's been decent. For not really for us, but just watching social media. Not a lot of deer killed, but a few deer being killed.
Yeah.
Our pets here around the house, they're not showing up as regular as they have been.
At dark.
So they come at dark.
On their schedule right now. Yeah.
So, they definitely know it's hunting season.
Yep.
But
fish have been biting.
Yeah, it's biting. It's definitely time to get on the water.
Yep.
But for sure.
Good
for
time
sure.
from here on out through.
Yeah.
November, December, going to be going. And I haven't heard about the storm coming. I haven't looked at it real close yet.
I've just had a few people calling and contacting me, and then, of course, I got to look because I'm worried about trips coming up. It's looking like Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday is when it's looking like, if it stays where it's tracking, that's when we're going to get some stuff. I don't think the hurricane's projected to turn toward us. It might not even be a hurricane. It might be a tropical storm. but I think we're going to be affected by the right side of it where it's coming up. I think it's going to be Panhandle and then west of us, like Panhandle, Louisiana, Texas, that way. But we're going to get some of it. Everybody's saying, watch it, so we'll watch it. Now, something that did happen this week, if you saw on social media, I'm sure you have, if you follow anything on Cedar Key, had a fire down on Dock Street. Initially, it caught Duncan's and the Rusty Bucket on fire, and then the store underneath Steamers, which was the trading post, the Cedar Key Fire Department, I believe Chiefland Fire Department, maybe Citrus County Fire Department, all got involved in it, and they had that part of the fire out Thursday morning by the time I got there. I believe it was Thursday, whichever morning that was. They had the fire out around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. in that day. It relit and ended up catching Steamers on fire. Fire department was still on scene, but what a lot of people don't know, those buildings were built out of pine. It's like lighter, and if anybody know anything about pine, it burns. It's a lot of wood structure there, a lot of the poles and timbers. So it relit, and then I think some of the kitchen stuff, grease or stuff like that, ignited it more, and it ended up burning Steamers up pretty good, which is a icon in the Cedar Key area. They do a pile of business, a lot of draw, people coming there. It's a shame to see.
From that west end of that last building by the fishing pier all the way to end of Steamers is burnt down. Just nothing but rubble. Huh?
Yeah. So it's real sad to see if you go over there. There are a few GoFundMe pages for Steamers. If you go on Steamers Bar and Grill's Facebook page, they have a link. Make sure you go to the right link if you're going to give any money to a GoFundMe page, so you're not giving it to a scammer, because they are out there. But another way you can support Dennis and the other people at Steamers is go eat at Second Street Cafe. It's one of our favorite breakfast places and lunch places.
My favorite, and Second Street.
So Dennis owns Second Street as well. So go support them there. I imagine, I would think they're probably going to start dinner there. That's just a hint, Dennis, if you ain't thinking about that. Get that dinner crowd dialed back in there. But anyway, I would watch for that change to be made. That place will be rolling all from daylight to dark. So just keep that in mind. Keep Cedar Key in your prayers, and Dennis Gill and his family and all the people that work there. They employed a pile of people going to be out of a job. So keep that in mind. But anyway, other than that, Cedar Key's doing fine. Boat ramps are being used. I was
watching when I was running because there's debris out in the water. A lot of floating stuff coming off the fire from the fire. Have to really pay attention. But, be watching out there.
There's all kind of stuff. Even after these storms, if we do have storms,
because it moves all around with the tides. No telling where stuff will show up because they can't control everything. They do have some floats out there now, but some of it has gotten over. But
Coast Guard was there flying around, motoring around.
FWC there too.
FWC. So they had it going. They had it as best they could, control wise. They were doing it.
Just a reminder, guys, the hunting guys, and it's bow season now, and hunting has started, but be careful climbing in tree stands. And I saw
Hank Parker.
Hank Parker. I saw one of his YouTube video. His dog. He was talking about getting ready to go hunting. He's going to hunt in one of the saddles. Did you see that?
Was it the saddle?
Yeah. And then the next video I saw, he's in the hospital, which the incident happened even after that when he went to hunt. He was putting up his climbing sticks to get in the saddle, which he was going to hunt out of. With the recurve and everything. But I think that's what happened. The incident was...
He said he fell pretty good, but he's no broken bones.
Putting up the climbing sticks. So just be careful.
Be careful.
Don't think it won't happen, because it'll happen just like that, quick. I've had some close calls before, too.
They all have.
Just be careful and shoot a big one.
That's right. Anyway, guys, tight lines. See y'all next week. I've got one of our subscribers tomorrow on the boat. Guy that started following us from right here on the page, and got him. And one of my regulars tomorrow. So.
I've talked to another good friend of mine that we might have here, and he's going to show one of his. He's a good bass fisherman. I've known him a long time, and he's going to probably show one of his techniques that he likes to use when he's bass fishing. He's done very well with it.
Good deal.
Might be a
guest coming on.
A guest coming.
Might be something we do for the starting off here in the new year.
Be safe, and I hope you kill some nice deer and catch some big fish.
That's it.
Lines to you.
Tight lines.